Okay, now we in chapter 7. So just recap, there will be a question from this section, this chapter in your test 2 and so final exam. So just to recap, chapter 7, we will deal with redox reaction. Redox reaction, it does means that we are focusing on reduction process and oxidation process. Okay, we have 3 definitions so far for the oxidation and reduction process. First, what you learn in your SPM, if something element related to additional oxygen, then it's oxidation. If you remove oxygen, it becomes reduction. And in a general equation, I just write something on the whiteboard, A plus B, you get C plus D. On the left-hand side of the equation, we always have reactant. And the right-hand side, we have product. Reduction, oxidation, or in short, I will just put red. Oxidation, I will just put OX. Reduction and oxidation happen at the same time in the redox reaction, and we assume A plus B is inside the same container. Okay? So, meaning in the same container, meaning concentration will be the same. Number of mole of A and B will be the same. Right? So, first definition is on oxygen. Second definition, we look at electron. If the element let go electron, it will be oxidation or reduction. Huh? Let go. Okay, let go electron, it will be oxidation. If it's receiving electron, it will be reduction. Okay, and if you see the question add a word agent, something agent, it will be opposite meaning of what does it mean, right? So, for example, A is having oxidation. A will be A having oxidation. A is a reduction agent. If B, because A is having oxidation, B will have reduction. You don't have oxidation at the same time. So when you have reduction, it also means that it is an oxidation agent. Just be careful in the test 2 and final exam. Be careful on the wording that I asked you in the question. Sometimes I ask you identify oxidation, which element having oxidation. Sometimes I ask you identify which element having which element is an oxidation agent. So don't confuse between oxidation and also the something with the agent, right? So before we continue, the third definition. What is the third definition? What's the third definition? Is what? We look at oxidation, what? The number, what do we call? Oxidation what? State, correct. Oxidation state number. This is the third definition, which is highly focused in your test 2 and final exam. If your oxidation number increase is oxidation or reduction? Increase, become positive number. It is a oxidation, correct? Correct? If it reduce, mean we follow the reduction. If oxidation reduce, is a reduction. What does it mean? If your oxidation state 0, let's say in neutral 0, it suddenly become positive charge, +2. And again, in this chapter 7, there is a difference between +2 and 2 plus. If I ask you oxidation state, you use plus something. If I ask you oxidation state, you write 2 plus. Sorry, I give you wrong answer. Be careful on this. Okay, so this will be your side hand note for your chapter 7. Every time you go into the exam, if you can remember these 3, I mean the one I write on the whiteboard here, you should be able to do any kind of question. This basically, we are dealing with reduction and oxidation and also ask you the agent. And some calculation. Calculation is basically based on what I wrote on the whiteboard here. Okay, right. So those that missed the class, please go through the recorded video on the oxidation state, how we identify the number. There are 2 important tables, which is rules table 1 to 5, and there's a small table involve fluorine, oxygen, what? Sorry, hydrogen is below oxygen, right? Above. Fluorine, hydrogen, oxygen, group 17, 16, 15. Correct? These 2 tables is important. And the side table, fluorine, hydrogen, oxygen, 17, 16, 15, will not be given in the test and final exam. We assume you already know. So it means the question will mainly test you on this small table. Okay. Continue. So let's continue. And we hope we can conclude chapter 7 by today. Right? Okay, so let's do a bit revision from the previous replacement class. Okay. Okay, so in how we balance the redox reaction. So sometimes if you see redox equation, this keyword in the question, it means I ask you chapter 7 kind of question. Chapter kind of question, sometimes the question is not balanced. Other chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they are balanced. If you see question mention redox reaction, means very high chance the equation is not balanced. You need to balance the equation. Okay, now for example, let's look at this redox reaction. You have aluminium plus Ag plus, which is gold, Ag plus, then become aluminium 3 plus and Ag. So you have on the left hand side to right hand side, and if you see the arrow pointing left to right, in chemical word is called forward reaction. If the reaction pointing from right to left is called reverse reaction and not other words. So you need to be careful on the word that you choose in the test and final exam. Okay, so previous lecture already covered how to assign the oxidation number. In this case, Al, because there's no charge, we put in 0. +1 is based on the balancing, right? And also based on the periodic table. Okay, so if you are weak in periodic table, you need to go through. Okay, and I show it how to do it in the previous class already. So then the product, you have Al3 plus, you get 3 plus, and Ag 0. Okay, now just to remind you that sometimes this oxidation number, they are not following the charges. You need to do the calculation. This is just a very direct question, direct example. That's why you see we just carry the charges. You just type a side note. You need to calculate the charges, and based on the rules table, rules number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and also the side table, fluorine, hydrogen, oxygen, group 17, 16, 15, that side table. Okay, so by now you should able to write the oxidation state number and also draw the blue color arrow and red color arrow. This is quite standard for chapter 7 question. This is the kind of answer we are looking at. First step, you copy the equation given in the question. Second step, you calculate the oxidation state. Third step, you draw the blue arrow, red arrow. In the test, if you can bring color pen, then bring color pen. If you forget to bring color pen, then you can represent by two different arrow. One is dash arrow, one is solid arrow. And then under the arrow, write oxidation, write reduction. Okay. Now, based on the short head note that we write on the whiteboard here, remember you need to know how to explain why the blue arrow is oxidation. Because oxidation is what? Based on our definition, oxidation is because oxidation state number increasing. You need to state Al oxidation number from 0 change to positive 3. That's why this blue arrow is oxidation. This kind of expected question and answer that we will ask you to explain. Why you say that is oxidation? Why you say that is reduction? Yeah. So this is how we ask you. Okay. Okay. The rest you read. The rest you read. So the next step, when you see question ask you to do balancing, you do the steps that we explained for just now. You need to add in these two half equation. After you done the oxidation state, you draw the blue arrow, you draw the red arrow. You need to write half equation for oxidation and also half equation for reduction. This one you copy from the equation that is given. One for the blue arrow, one for the red arrow. Once you have this one, then you start balancing already. How you balance? Balancing means you are doing bookkeeping for the electron. Means you need to tell me what is the movement of electron by calculation formula. So how you write? You write the first equation. Means you put oxidation equation. And because it's oxidation means what? Oxidation means you are giving away electron. So giving away means this one Al from the left hand side, giving away means it break away. It break away. So it become ion. So 3 plus, it must balance, must be neutral. Left hand side neutral. Right hand side also must be neutral. So you have 3 charges already. So how you balance means you add another 3 electron negative. You need to write this one in the half equation. Next, if you understand this aluminum, you should be able to do the Lg plus. Lg plus, how to become neutral? You add 1 electron. This is your draft. It is your draft, right? So Ag plus something must equal to neutral Ag. So in this case, in all the chemistry in chapter 7, we deal with the movement of electron. So you tell me what should you add? So we are adding 1 electron plus E negative. Okay, plus E negative. And this two half equation, Al and Ag plus equation, these two, actually you see it as a simultaneous equation that you learn in your mathematics. So we want to solve the simultaneous equation. You must have the same unknown or same coefficient. In this case, the electron coefficient must be the same. Then only you can solve simultaneous equation. So how do we do? Okay. So how do we transform these two half equation into simultaneous equation that you can solve? You need to find the coefficient of electron is the same. So you find the maximum common coefficient of for the electron. So this one is 3 electron. Second equation is only 1 electron. So on the top is 3 electrons. So the second equation must also balance. Because you are in the same container, ma. You're in the same container means the amount of electron give out must be the same amount of receiving. That's why how you change the second half equation into equation that you can use, you multiply the whole equation by 3, like what you see on the screen here below this equation. You multiply 3. Okay, so you become these two equations. First half equation, second half equation. First, like this. Okay. So in your answer, we expect you to write these two half equation, align them together. How you align them? You align them with the arrow put together. Align them by using the arrow position. Okay. Then use your ruler, draw a blue arrow or draw a straight line. And like mathematics, plus only. Find the sum. So before you find the sum, you need to show me in your step to put in the blue arrow like what I see on the screen here. You need to use your pen and go and cancel the electron. This is the steps we are looking for. If you in the final exam, we will be very strict in the marking. So if you don't see this one, the slash one also got marks one. So if you forget to slash the things, we cannot give you marks. Okay. So this one is one equation, 1 mark, one equation, 1 mark. A slash is 1 mark. So if you forget to put in the slash blue arrow, then you maybe this portion you only get 2 marks. Okay. So then you complete the last equation, you balance the equation. Okay. So you just pull down the left hand side, all what you see on the left hand side, you pull down. For example, Al plus 3Ag plus, because you cancel electron already, so no electron, balance. Then you pull the Al3 plus down and pull the 3Ag, and then no electron anymore. So this is the final balanced redox equation. Okay. Then the right hand side, this white table basically is just your side check. Meaning reactant, what reactant involved, what involved in the products. Right? So 1 Al means 1 Al atom on the left, 3 Ag means 3 Ag plus, and involve 3 charges, 3 electron. Okay. Product also same, 1 Al, 3 Ag, and 3 electron involved. Yeah. So this is how you do. It's like if you see the example in tutorial, is always repeat the same manner. Step 1, you do what? Second step, you do what? Third step, you do what? As long as follow the step, you should be able to find the answer. Only the careless mistake only. Some of you might accidentally put the plus 3 electron here become negative. You might suddenly play with your brain. You will put the positive become negative. Okay? All right. So this is example. So I will skip this one because we already covered this one in the previous lecture. But if you have question, come and ask me, right? So basically, okay, try to observe the steps. First step, you copy the equation. Second step, do the oxidation state number calculation. So this one covered in the previous lecture already. You put in the red color numbers. And then put in the blue arrow and the red arrow. So in the test, if you forget to bring color pen, so you can just use dot arrow or solid arrow to represent the blue and red arrow. Under the arrow, remember to write whether it's oxidation or reduction, standard already. This one standard answer, because in the test, you need to tell me what having reduction, what having oxidation. So by having this one, even you forget to write in the sentence, if I see this one, I straight away from here, I give you marks already. Can I? Okay, once you have this one, then second step, if your question asks you balance something, you continue. Continue, copy the half equation, write oxidation half equation, reduction half equation, copy from what the blue arrow and red arrow reaction. Okay. The next steps will be put in the electron inside. Electron inside. So you see 3 plus already. How to become 0? You plus 3 electron. No? How you balance a 2 negative 2 plus? You put in 2 electron. No? It becomes 0. Becomes 0 charge. No? Then you get 2 equation already. Okay. You get these 2 equation. Solving simultaneous equation, like what you learn in your engineering maths or in your mathematics class. So here you're focusing on electron numbers. One you get 3, one get 2. Find the common maximum factor that you learn in your mathematics. 3 and 2, maximum is 6. So change this whole equation that can give you 6 electron. Change this second equation that can give you 6 electron. So 3 how become 6 on the whole equation multiply by 2. This whole equation multiply by 3. Okay. You need to show me these steps. You need to show me these steps. Remember to show me how to get the 6 electron. Some of you suddenly you just change this one and forget to multiply the whole equation. This will be the careless mistakes. Don't do the careless mistakes. Some of you, you forget these steps to multiply the whole equation. Some of you, you just multiply the electron, then you get the wrong answer already. Okay. Do the same for the second one. Multiply the whole equation with 3. Then rewrite the new equation. Align using the arrow. You draw 2 arrows and then write 2Al on the left and then 2L 3 plus and plus 6 electron. Then write 3 Cu2 plus 6E. Then become 3 Cu. This standard, quite standard. After you get these 2 equations, then draw line. Then cancel the electron. Then pull down what you see on the left, pull down what you see on the right. Then you get the balance equation already. Yeah? Okay. Okay. Balance means I mean this is just your step lah, just to check whether correct or not this equation. Okay, this one your homework. Done already. This one. Okay, this one maybe I need to go through also. Okay. So this example, go home and do exercise. Why Mn becomes 7 positive, a positive 7, and O4 negative become -2. This one go home and do exercise. You cannot do this one, you cannot solve chapter 7 question. Okay, this one, go home and do exercise. So this will be the standard steps. You find the blue arrow, red arrow, right oxidation, right reduction. Then write the half equation. Okay. So step 3 will be the one that need to pay attention, which is not covered in my previous slides. This one, when you balance the equation, you need to balance with respect following orders. You need to see whether first you balance all kind of element except hydrogen and oxygen. Means you see H, you see O, you do it later. You balance other element first. Once you balance all the other element, you go for oxygen first. If you see oxygen, you add water on the product side. If you see H, you add H plus on the product side. Yeah. So this go home and see this example. How this one do. Okay. So for example, first, once you have the reaction or half equation already, so other than hydrogen, oxygen, for example, this example, You are looking at MnO 4 negative to Mn2 plus. So here you balance the Mn first, right? Mn first, the hydrogen balance or not? Beside the hydrogen and oxygen, ferrum and ferrum, right? Ferrum, so balance. So means one ferrum become one ferrum 3 plus. Balance, ferrum, you get one ferrum, you get one ferrum. The charges is different thing. Here looking at the element numbers first. Means the number of mole inside the equation. One mole of Fe, one mole of Fe, balance. Then you look at Mn, become Mn2 plus. MnO, Mn become 1 Mn, balance. Okay, so first step, balance already. You go to second step. Then you look at O. So MnO, you see O, right? O, you add water on the product side. Half equation. Don't add wrong. Don't go and write in the ferrum. Write in the Mn. And because MnO got O. So on the right hand side, you become water. Add water first. Then you balance the equation. You balance the equation. H2O. O on the left hand side, you got 4 oxygen. So you need 4 oxygen. So H2O in front is 4. Okay. Now, don't worry about the H2 first. Okay. First half is you see oxygen, you add water. After you add water, then only you worry about H later. Okay. Then you continue. Continue. Fe nothing deal with Fe balance. O no H. So Fe continue. Then go for this equation. This equation you already done for oxygen already. Then you go for hydrogen. So because of hydrogen, you need to add H. Because this is on the product side. H is on the product side. You add another one on the opposite side. So H2, you add H plus. You write H plus first. Then H2O got 4. So you got 8 hydrogen. So you write 8 in front of H plus. Yeah. So this kind of question, mainly this kind of standard will be in your test 2 and so final exam. Just to test you whether you know this sequence or not. Give you hints already. Just be careful on these steps. Okay. Now, once you have that already, then use the latest equation to balance. Okay. So now it's about playing electron already. 2 plus, 3 plus. So 2 plus become 3 plus, you need to add 1 electron. All right. So just to become the same charges before and after. Yeah. Now, why you add plus electron here and not on the left? Why you do not plus? Why you negative 1e here? Why you do not write negative 1e here? Why? Because Fe is having oxidation. Oxidation means it gives away electron and not receive. So you need to tell me that Fe is, by writing F2 plus forward reaction, Fe3 plus 1e negative is a forward reaction and it is a oxidation process. Okay, this is the correct way of writing for oxidation. Then you this one a bit challenging, but for MnO, so you need to slowly count the electron. Okay, I'll give you the answer. So Mn4O4, you got 1 negative. So below there, you just write 1 negative, 1 electron. Here, so means how you make Mn4 negative become neutral. Means you need to release, right? You need to release 1 electron, become neutral. So below there, you take negative. You put negative because you let go. You let go. So negative E negative below the MNO. Negative. Then 8H plus. How you make it 8H plus become neutral? Because this one you got 8 positive. So neutral means you add 8 electron. This is on the left hand side. Right hand side, Mn2 plus. What should you write here? What should you write here? Positive or negative? Plus or minus? Huh? It should be plus electron, plus 2 electron to neutral the 2 positive. Right? So you write plus 2E. Then this one neutral already. No electron. So no need. Okay, then you check. No? Left hand side, how many electron? 7. Left hand side, minus E plus 8E means 7 positive electron. Right hand side is 2. Okay. So then you balance the electron, the electron, because the second equation here, MnO negative plus 8H plus, this equation is the reduction process. So reduction process, electron that you write, like in this case plus 5E, it should be on the left and not on the right, because it's the reduction process. Okay, so minus 1 plus 8, then this one move to the left, you get 5. Right? Make sense, huh? It's like balancing mathematics. Plus 2 here, move to the left, become negative 2E already. Okay. Can understand why this suddenly 5E? This is important for your test 2. I mentioned again, for your test 2, will this happen maybe another 2 weeks time? Okay. Okay, so you balance the equation, find the maximum common coefficient for electron, 5 and 1, so it's 5. So you multiply the first half equation with 5, whole equation, and second one, you don't need to do anything, just carry forward. Balance the equation, same, align with the arrow, draw a straight arrow, straight line, just pull down, and you balance the equation. Remember to cancel the electron in your answer, just slash it. Okay. Okay, so this one will be the final answer. Which means this one, if you see oxygen, you see hydrogen, if you see oxygen, especially oxygen, because oxygen, you need to add water. Once you add water, you will see H already. You see H, you will see you have H plus. This will be the careless mistakes in the test and final exam. Don't see like, I only add water, then you forget about H already. It's a continuous process. Okay. Then the rest you read. Let's read. Okay. So all this you go home and do. Okay, this one. Okay, this one is again, just observe the steps. The detail you go home and read. So I slow it down for you guys because you know lah, this one for sure will come out one. Okay. So you all try to observe. First step, what you do? First step, again, calculate the oxidation state number. If you miss the class, go home and look at the recorded video again. First step, calculate the number, draw blue arrow, red arrow, or you draw the dashed line or solid line. Okay. Second one, write half equation by following the blue arrow, red arrow. Write, copy, and build the 2 equation first. Write oxidation, half equation, reduction, half equation. Okay. Then the next step, we just add in electron. Adding electron to let it become balanced both sides. So for example, on the left hand side, 1 minus, right hand side is I2 neutral. So you need to release electron to balance become neutral. So this is plus electron, 1 electron. So here you need to balance. Okay, so this one is a bit complex. You see O already, remember, you need to follow the order, balance the element, then you see O, you need to add water, you see H, you need to add H plus on the another side. Okay, so the first one should be very easy for you guys. Okay, should be very guys, and you need to balance. Sometimes you are quite confused with the small index below the I here. Some of you forgot, you are too fast to balance an electron. Balance the element first. Like here on the left, only 1 iodine. On the right, you have 2 iodine. You need to balance with 2 I negative. Then become I2. Yeah. Right hand side also same. Cr2, you got 2 Cr. So balance the element first. Balance the element first. So this is another careless mistake where some of you forget about the total number of atoms inside the equation. Okay. Then only you worry about the oxygen and hydrogen. So on the left, iodine one is balanced already because you do not have hydrogen or oxygen. Okay. Right hand side, you need to look at oxygen first because oxygen have higher priority than the H. So you see how many O? O got 7. O got 7. So on the left, you know that and 7, yeah, all 7. All 7. So you need to have H2O. H2O only have 1 oxygen, so you need to add 7 H2O. So from here, you know the next step will be balance the hydrogen. Balance hydrogen, you count how many? On the left, you need to add plus H H plus So H1 positive is you need 14 H plus because H2 7. Yeah. So at the end, you should come to these steps. Any question on these steps? Make sense to you? Make sense, Okay, don't too focus on what element first. Focus on the step and then does it make sense or not? What you see on the slide here. Because the element will change one in the test. What is important, you understand. Step 1, I should do what. Step 2, I should do what. Step 3, do what, and so on. Okay. Now, once you have all this, you just add in, balance the element already. You work on the electron. Balance electron. So the first one, you know that on the left hand side, I is follow the blue arrow. Blue oxidation. Again, oxidation is releasing. It's releasing. So releasing, I negative must release on the product. So it must plus. Okay. Or to remember, blue arrow always plus E on the right hand side. Just to remember. Then this one a bit long for CrO7, that half equation. You need to calculate one by one what are the charges you have. So this one, 2 negative, you write, you need to release 2 electrons to become neutral. H plus, you need to add electron, so to become H neutral. Right? So this one also 3 plus. Remember the 2 here. Remember in front of the 2. So total you got 6 plus positive. You need to add 6 electron. This is a careless mistake, some of you. You will forget the number of atom or charges or ion. Okay? This one neutral, 0. Then you It's like the arrow will be like equal sign in the equation. You just move around the electron. And because CrO72 negative is a red arrow, so it's a reduction. Reduction means receive. So on the reactant side, on the left-hand side of the arrow, you must add electron. So you move electron to the left. So here you got 6 electrons. You get the complete second half equation. Then you pull the two equations together, solve simultaneous equation. Okay, solve simultaneous. So simultaneous means find the common coefficient. In this case is 2 electron and 6 electron. So maximum common electron is 6. So you multiply the iodine equation, half equation with 3, you get 6 electron. Then you balance. You draw a straight line, put the two arrow align with the arrow, and pull down. Remember to cancel the electron, and then you just pull down all elements you see on the left, pull down all the elements you see on the right. That will be your complete balance equation. Balance redox reaction. Okay. So your test 2 again, test 2 and final exam will be in this kind of format, this kind of standard. Okay. So sometimes if the question need you to show me how you verify, I will tell you before the exam, so you can get ready. But if you can reach this step already, consider very good. Okay. Right. Okay. So take about 40 minutes just to explain what happened in the previous lecture, right? But it's important. So next one, previous lecture, what we have covered 40 minutes ago is on balancing the electron and also the, let me write it down. So it's to balancing the electron and oxygen and H. And this one is the previous one. Balancing. Balance Redox equation. Now we add in 2 more steps, which is appeared in the acid and alkali chapter. Because acid alkali chapter is chapter 5 or 6. So it's sometimes I will combine this redox reaction together with these slides. You need to balance the H plus O negative equation. So because you know that if the aqua or the element have H plus, it means it's acidic. Got H1, a loss of H plus, means it's an acid liquid. If you have OH negative, means it's an alkali acid. So this kind of question, I think highly in the final exam, you need to tell me which element become acid at the end or become alkali at the end. Okay, I'll show you. So let's see. Because this one you see H and O. H and O. So by following the previous steps, O and H, O and H, you need to consider this one also. So let's see this example. So let's say you have Cn, MnO negative, then become the product CnO, MnO2. Okay. So without any calculation, by just observation, what happened to Cn negative? By looking at the notes that I write on the whiteboard here. Cn negative, it becomes CnO. First definition. Cn negative having what? Oxidation or reduction? Cn negative becomes CnO. Look at the product. What is added or what is removed? Talking about this one. Not talking about this. About this. So it's oxidation by observation only. By visual, you observe the equation, you know already. Later, when you draw the arrow, the blue and red arrow, Cn, you link to CNO. By looking visual, you know it. No need calculation. You know already because it's plus oxygen. It's oxidation. And then once you find the oxidation process, another one must be opposite one. Okay? So Cn is oxidation, MnO4 must be reduction already. This is the common thinking way of solving chapter 7. You look at the equation, you write these small shorthand notes here. You should be able to observe already without calculating. Without worrying about the electron or the sequence of O and H. Yeah? Because the two blue arrow and red arrow also got marks on. At least 2 marks there. You draw blue arrow, you draw red arrow, and then under the arrow you write reduction or oxidation. That one 2 marks. You'll save you 2 marks already. Even you don't know how to do lah. You draw arrow already, I give you 2 marks already. Yeah? So this is how you solve lah. So 2 marks out of 25 marks. Or maybe 2 marks out of 15 marks, half question. Quite a lot lah. So again, go home and do the exercise for oxidation state number. I won't repeat this one in this lecture. Right? Go home and do. This one you need to do exercise one. Okay. So first step, write the oxidation number below the element. You can do the calculation at the side and then come back to the equation. Right? So here, oxidation number +2 and +2 become +4. Right? Look at your shorthand note here. Oxidation state number increase, it is oxidation. Sometimes the question will force you to give definition in terms of oxidant state number and not oxygen. Yeah, there are 3 definitions for reduction and oxidation. Once you can find the blue arrow, another one is the red arrow. Then we'll repeat the previous steps that we have covered. Yeah, you see, observe. Once you have the red arrow, what we do, we write half equation. We copy what we see in the arrow of blue and red, right in the half equation. Yeah, you have these 2 half equation. Then go here. Previous example, we cover this top 3 point. Now we add another 2. Because we don't want to load you with information in previous 10 minutes ago. Now we add another 2. And the 2 is what? You need to neutralize the H plus in the equation with OH negative. Right? So cancel any water molecule that occur in the both side of the half equation. Means just now, this example, okay, this answer not yet complete. This only halfway only. Because this example, you have H plus, you have water. Not yet finished. You need to continue. So continue with another 2 steps. With this, I will just arrive at that step. So this one, I assume you already know. Okay, so this one you balance the element, right? You balance the element. Okay. Yeah, a bit too fast. Okay. So these 2 half equation, first you balance already. So 1 Cn, get 1 CNO, balance. Mn, you get 1 Mn, 1 Mn on the right. O4. O4 here is not balanced. 4 oxygen, here only got 2. You need to balance the equation. Okay. Like this. So here, because first equation, the element balance already, Cn balance already. You need to go to next step, we see the oxygen. You see O on the right, you add water on the left. That's why you add water. And remember to put in the state in chapter 7 question. If you see aqua, H2O here is liquid, not aqua. Okay, so first equation balance. Of course, water. Water later you need to add H plus. Remember that. Okay, you add water first, you solve for another one. So here also same. Right? So O, MnO. So because of oxygen, you get oxygen. Okay. Okay, then from here. So here, because you see you add water already, add water. Water you got H. So you need to add H plus by the previous rules. You see H, you need to add H plus opposite another side. Here, also same. You see H2 on the right hand side, the right on the left hand side. 4H H2 got 2, so total you got 4H, so you need to add 4H plus, and it's aqua. Aqua means ion. Ion exists in the aqua form. Okay. Then you look at the new two rules. It means what? You need to neutralize H plus by adding OH or the same number of OH to each side of the equation to preserve mass balance. It means what? Let's look at the first equation. 2H plus here. You need to add OH here to balance. So how you add? It's like you're creating something in the mathematics. So to apply the rules of adding OH, because you want to change this H plus become water, our intention. So we add OH on the left and right, because you can cancel it out. Actually, in mathematics, it's just you just cancel it out. The step require you to add H plus negative. Okay, on the left and right. And then you know that H plus and OH later become water, right? Okay, let's see. So this one, the next step, is just that we want you to convert the H plus in the equation become water. Then later step, cancel the water. Okay. So also same for MnO half equation. You see the H plus, you add this 4H plus, so you need to add 4OH negative on the left and add 4OH on the right. Okay, then you go to combine the H plus and OH negative. 4 plus 4, 4H plus OH, you get 4H2O. Right? Once you combine, you you cancel any water molecule that happen in the equation. So on the top equation, the H plus and OH negative become water already. The next steps will be the same. The next step will be you need to cancel the H2. Means these steps we want to see the cancel blue arrow in your working steps. We want you to show me to cancel the water in the steps. Yeah. So at the end, you reach at these steps. And also, sorry, this one is wrong. It should be 2, not 4. Okay, should be 2, not 4. Just correction. Just correction. Okay. So at the end, you get 2 equation, then continue to balance. So what is different from the previous slide is that this one is on the these steps. When you know whether you need to cancel the water or add the OH. If you see the question, add a bracket behind basic solution. Then you need to execute these steps. If you do not see basic solution, then you apply the previous step up to here, this 3 only. Yeah, these are the tricks. If you see the question mentioned basic solution, you need to apply the OH negative and also cancel the water steps. If you do not see, then you apply the previous steps. Yeah, and these are the thing I want to highlight. Yeah, basic solution. You see basic solution, then you need to do the extra 2 steps, which is adding the OH negative and also the water. Then show me to cancel the water. Okay. Then the rest is just continue balancing the electron. Then write the equation. Okay, like what we learned previously, solving simultaneous equation. Okay. Again, wrong. It should be okay. So when you cancel, then there were some numbers there. So what is the latest number you need to write lah? Okay. So the rest you read. If you don't understand, you can come and ask me. Okay. But what is important for this class, you understand the step. In what scenario I need to do what? How do I react to the question? Okay. Yeah. So this just to balance the thing lah, reaction. Okay. Any question so far? Can do you need break or we continue? We have a break lah. Okay, we have 10 minutes breaks. We continue 12:10. Okay. 10 minutes breaks.